Good morning. Today I'm going to be reading you a book called The Legend of the Indian Paintbrush that we're mostly familiar with living in North Dakota. It's retold and illustrated by Tommy DePaula, so he does the illustrations in this book as well. And I want you guys to remember that the boy in here, Little Gopher, has to have patience and faith in himself that his abilities are no less than somebody else's, which is something that I think even today we all need to remember. So here we go. This is called The Legend of the Indian Paintbrush. It says, many years ago when the people traveled the plains and lived in a circle of teepees, there was a boy who was smaller than the rest of the children in the tribe. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't keep up with the other boys, who were always running, riding, shooting their bows, and wrestling to prove their strength. Sometimes his mother and father worried about him. But the boy, who was called Little Gopher, was not without a gift of his own. The wise shaman of the tribe understood that Little Gopher had a gift that was special. Do not struggle, Little Gopher. Your path will not be the same as the others. They will grow up to be warriors. Your place among the people will be remembered for a different reason. And in a few years, when Little Gopher was older, he went out to the hills alone. The sky filled with clouds, and out of them came a young Indian maiden and an old grandfather. She carried a rolled up animal skin, and he carried a brush made of fine animal hairs and pots of paint. The grandfather spoke. My son, these are the tools by which you shall become great among your people. You will paint pictures of the deeds of the warriors and the visions of the shaman, and the people shall see them and remember them forever. The maiden unrolled a pure white buckskin and placed it on the ground. Find a buckskin as white as this, she told him. Keep it, and one day you will paint a picture that is as pure as the colors in the evening sky. The next day he began to make soft brushes from the hairs of different animals, and stiff brushes from the hairs of the horse's tail. He gathered berries and flowers and rocks of different colors and crushed them to make his paints. He collected the skins of animals, which the warriors brought home for them from hunts. He stretched the skins on wooden frames and pulled them until they were tight. So, as Little Gopher goes on, he gets down. He becomes a little depressed seeing that these boys are going and growing up, but he never feels that he's painting what he saw in his vision, which was the colors of the sky. So he doesn't worry about it though, even though he's sad. He keeps going every day, and every day he paints because that's what they told him to do, to get his painting where it should be. So one night as he lay awake, he heard a voice calling to him, because you have been faithful to the people and true to your gift, you shall find the colors you are seeking. Tomorrow take the white buckskin and go to the place where you watch the sun in the evening. There on the ground you will find what you need. So Little Gopher again listens to the directions. He has faith in himself and he goes to the top of the hill, and there are paintbrushes, what we know as Indian paintbrushes. And he finds them there, all colors, red and orange, pink, vibrant colors. And he takes them and he uses them on his buckskin. And as the sun sets, he's left with the colors of the setting of the sky that he has wanted to paint his whole life, basically. So at the end, the people in his tribe who had never really paid much attention because he didn't have the skills of a warrior came to realize that he had brought this wonderful gift to them by persevering, by having patience and faith in himself, and the grandfather blessed him and his tribe with these things. So every spring from that time, the hills and meadows burst into bloom with all of the Indian paintbrushes. And every spring, the people dance and sing the praises of Little Gopher who had painted for the people. And the people no longer called him Little Gopher, but he who brought the sunset to the earth. And that's the end. And just like Little Gopher, I want to remind you that it's okay to be different, that it's better to be different, because even though we all have some similarities, we are all unique. And it's that uniqueness that gives us presents or gifts to give to other people. Thank you.